not easy to do what you did. You made my men look like a bunch of minimum wage mall cops. Who are you?
I have sacrificed much to achieve peace. Thor, through your arrogance and stupidity, you have opened these peaceful realms and innocent lives to the horror and devastation of war. I now take from you your power, and I cast you out!
Oh no, this is Earth, isn't it?
Where he comes from?
Your ancestors called it magic. And you call it science. I come from a place where they're one and the same.
He has disobeyed his king. His fate is in his own hands now.
I will end this.
What is up, Birdcage Mafia? It's your boy KCB from the B1C, coming at you from the bird's nest nestled right here in the heart of the beautiful Blue Ridge Mountains of northeastern Tennessee. I hope everyone out there is having a healthy and beautiful day. And if you're a subscriber, I want to thank you very much for coming back and hanging out with me today. If this happens to be your first time with us, though, I'd like to welcome you to the channel. Here we review the entire universe of Marvel and Star Wars, as well as character origins of the same. Well, if that sounds like it's up your alley, go ahead and subscribe and leave a comment, and what that'll do is enter you into our 2,000 subscriber giveaway that I'll explain at the end of the video. Alright, we're going to continue our Infinity Saga rewatch of Thor, the God of Thunder. We begin our story with Dr. Jane Foster, an astrophysicist, Dr. Elvic, Dr. Eric Selvig, her mentor, and her assistant Darcy Lewis in the New Mexico desert, searching for anomalies in the sky as they come across what seems to be a lightning-filled tornado. But we know it, of course, as the Bifrost. As Darcy reluctantly drives into its center, they swerve sideways and they hit a man like Mike Tyson. The man, of course, being Thor, the God of Thunder. Then, BAM! We're thrown into a flashback all the way back to 965 AD in the town of Tonsberg, Norway, which, by the way, seems to be a hot spot for the history of the MCU. If you'll recall, in our Captain America rewatch, it was also the town that the Red Skull found the Tesseracts for the first time.
You have never seen this, have you? It's not for the eyes of ordinary men.
The place where Odin dies, Hela came back.
So he's gone. It's a shame. I would have liked to have seen that.
And is now where Queen Valkyrie is building New Asgard. Well, as Odin, the king of Asgard, tells us,
Once, mankind accepted a simple truth. That they were not alone in this universe.
The Asgardian warriors wage war against the frost giants of Jotunheim and their leader, Lofrey, to prevent them from conquering the 9 realms, starting with Earth. As the battle ensues, the Asgardian warriors defeat the frost giants and seize the source of their power, the Casket of Ancient Winners.
And the source of their power was taken from them.
We find out this is a story he is telling his children, Thor and Loki.
A wise king never seeks out war, but must always be ready for it.
And soon finds out the casket is not the only thing that Odin brought home with him when the battle was over. Then, BAM! We flash again to the present as Odin's son Thor prepares to ascend to the throne of Asgard. As Thor makes his way to his father, he shows his arrogance, and one can tell that he may not be ready to be the complete ruler of Asgard. But just as Odin is giving him his oath to ascend to the throne, luckily, the ceremony is interrupted when frost giants, secretly allowed in by his brother, attempt to retrieve the casket.
Frost giants.
Thor, angered by his father's unwillingness to go to war with the Jotunheim, and with Loki poking that beast, and you know there's nobody better at that.
It's unwise to be in my company right now, brother.
If it's any consolation, I think you're right. About the frost giants, about Lofrey, about everything.
Decides against Odin's order to travel to Jotunheim and confront the king, Lofrey.
My friends, we're going to Jotunheim.
Well, accompanied by Loki, childhood friend Sif, and the Warriors 3, Volstagg, Fenrir, and Hogun, they, being outgunned, outnumbered, and on the enemy's turf, almost talked their way out until one of the Jotunheim calls Thor.
Come back home, little princess.
Dad.
Next.
A pretty little princess, and then folks, let me tell you, it's on like Donkey Kong. During the battle, Fenrir is touched by a frost giant and warns everyone not to because the touch can freeze their skin almost cold enough to break, as Loki at that very moment is being touched, and the only thing that happens is he turns blue, making Loki curious to why.
Don't let him touch you!
Well, the battle ensues until Odin intervenes to save the Asgardians. Destroying the fragile truce between the two races. Once returned to Asgard, Thor and Odin get into an argument that escalates into something that it should never have.
You are a vain, greedy, cruel boy! And you are an old man and a fool!
I was a fool to think you were ready.
And Odin decides for Thor's arrogance to strip him of his godly power and exile him to Earth as a mortal, accompanied by his hammer Mjolnir, now protected by an enchantment that allows only the worthy to wield it, as well as have the power of Thor.
Through your arrogance and stupidity, I now take from you your power. Behold it all, Father! Cast you out! Whosoever holds this hammer, if he be worthy, shall possess the power of Thor.
We then see Loki in the vault grasping the casket of ancient winners, and it turns him blue. Odin tries to stop him, but Loki asks, "Am I cursed?" And Odin tells him the truth, that he found him on an altar left for dead, and that he was actually Lofrey's son, and also tells him he saved his life for better relations between the Asgardians and the Frost Giants in the future.
No, you took me for a purpose. What was it? Tell me!
I thought we could unite our kingdoms one day.
As they argue, Odin falls into the Odin sleep, and with Thor gone, Loki ascends to the throne, and he becomes the king. He also goes to Jotunheim and makes Lofrey a fake deal that he will allow them to pass into Asgard and kill Odin, so he alone can be the ruler of Asgard.
Kill him.
After all I've done for you.
I will hear you.
I will conceal you and a handful of your soldiers lead you into Odin's chambers, and you can slay him where he lies.
I accept.
Well, as Thor lands, Jane, Darcy, and Eric find him. The locals make a party out of trying to peel Mjolnir out of stone.
Did it work?
Which S.H.I.E.L.D. and Agent Coulson soon commandeer, as well as forcibly acquire Foster's data about the wormhole, or Bifrost, that delivered Thor to Earth.
What the hell is going on here?
Miss Foster, I'm Agent Coulson with S.H.I.E.L.D.
Is that supposed to mean something to me? This is my life.
We're investigating a security threat. We need to appropriate your records and all your atmospheric data.
By appropriate, do you mean steal?
Thor, having discovered Mjolnir's near location, seeks to retrieve it from the facility that S.H.I.E.L.D. has constructed, but he finds himself unable to lift it and is captured.
You made my men, some of the most highly trained professionals in the world, look like a bunch of minimum wage mall cops. That's hurtful. Who are you?
As he's getting questioned by Coulson and the gang, Loki appears and lies to Thor, telling him that the Allfather is dead, and their mother blames Thor, and he is forever banished from Asgard.
Loki, what are you doing here? I had to see you. Mother has forbidden your return.
Well, with Selvig's help, he is freed and resigns himself to exile on Earth as he starts to develop a romance with Miss Foster. Well, Sif and the Warriors 3 are unhappy with Loki's rule, so they attempt to return Thor from exile as well as tell him the truth, convincing him now the gatekeeper of the Bifrost, which is the means of traveling between worlds, to allow them passage to Earth.
Heimdall might be watching.
Heimdall demands your presence.
You would defy the commands of Loki, our king.
Yes.
Good.
Well, aware of their plan, Loki sends the Destroyer, a seemingly indestructible automation, to pursue them and kill Thor in the process. The Warriors find Thor, but the Destroyer attacks and defeats them, prompting Thor to offer himself up as a sacrifice.
It's over.
No, it's not over.
I mean, you're safe.
Struck by the Destroyer and near death, Thor proves himself finally worthy by his sacrifice to wield Mjolnir. The hammer then shakes the ground and flies into the air, returning to him, restoring his power and enabling him to defeat the Destroyer. Kissing Foster goodbye and vowing to return, he leaves with his fellow Asgardians to confront his brother Loki. Well, in Asgard, Loki betrays and kills Lofrey, revealing his true plan to use Lofrey as an attempt on Odin's life as an excuse to destroy Jotunheim with the Bifrost Bridge, thus proving himself worthy to his adopted father. Well, Thor arrives and flips the script on Loki just a bit. They fight before destroying the bridge to stop Loki's plan, stranding himself on Asgard and away from the love of his life. Odin, at just that very moment, awakens and prevents the brothers from falling into the abyss created by the wake of the bridge's destruction. But Loki, being rejected from his father, allows himself to fall to the screams of agony of his brother. Well, Thor makes amends with Odin, admitting that he really knows now that he is not ready to be king, and meanwhile on Earth, Foster and her team search for a way to open a portal to Asgard so they can be together once again. In a post-credit scene on After the Fact, we see Selvig is taken to a S.H.I.E.L.D. facility where he initially thinks they're taking him somewhere to be killed, and
Dr. Selby.
He's taken to a S.H.I.E.L.D. facility where Nick Fury opens a briefcase and asks him to study a mysterious cube. And as he looks in the mirror, Loki, being invisible, prompts him to agree.
Well, I guess that's worth a look.
Well, I guess that's worth a look.
Well, that, my friends, is where this story ends, and the first Avenger movie will begin, which will be our next video in our Infinity Saga rewatch. So if you've made it this far with me, I'd like to thank you very much, and I'm going to go ahead and get into our details of the giveaway. Okay, folks, well, I am proud to announce that we have just broke the 1,000 subscriber mark. And the winner of that $100 gift card is Judy Livingston. So thank you very much, Judy, for your support. We sure do appreciate it. And I'll get your information here pretty soon. We'll get that gift card out to you. We'll be getting in touch with all winners with a reply on the video they want it on. And we'll always give the winner's name at the end of the videos, just in case at some point there may be some scammers. That way you know exactly when and where I'll be giving that information out. So with that goal surpassed, we have another giveaway at 2,000 subscribers. At 2,000 subscribers, we will be giving away a $200 gift card of your choice. And all you have to do is make sure you're subscribed and leave a comment, and that'll automatically enter you into the giveaway. If you're already a subscriber, I want to thank you so much. And if not, don't forget to comment, like, and share down below. You could be the winner of the big gift card giveaway. It's free money, all for a couple minutes of your time. Go ahead and subscribe and drop a comment, and don't forget to smack that bell notification so it'll make sure to let you know when we're about to drop a little bit of knowledge. Well, folks, this is KCB from the B1C signing off. I hope y'all have a wonderful day out there, and as always, I'll catch you on the next one.